just not even a competition, is it?
I don't even want to win. I don't even want to win.
Oh, who's got an echo now?
Hold on.
Craig.
Look at Mark's. Mark's looking at how to unmute himself.
Craig, it's you.
Am I echoing?
I am echoing when it's playing back to me.
Hold on.
I'm sparking.
Has that solved it?
1, 2. No, not at all.
Is it a Manicam thing?
No, it's your Manicam, Rick.
God,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, you see, look at it's just. Welcome to the Ideal Ohm Show, everybody. Wow. Oh, we missed John.
Thank you, and good night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, where do we start? Yeah, John's not here. John's in Iceland.
If Rick's muted, why are we still getting echo?
I don't know. It's Rick's
Mark?
offered Rick's going to echoing for me. Give it a refresh, Rick. It's from Craig. It's from me.
Is it from you?
It's you,
Yeah.
Craig. You're making us echo.
Oh, God damn it. I'll refresh then and give me a minute. I'll refresh and see what happens. Anyway, Mark's still working out how to unmute himself. He's stuck in muted land at the moment. He's just looking at the screen, just going, Albert,
Hey.
Yay!
Yeah, I've been unmuted for ages. You just couldn't shut the fuck up. That's all.
Oh, damn it.
Can we start again?
Yeah, no. It might be worse. Anyway, you present, and I'll back up.
Oh, then.
Right,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ideal Ohm Show. It's Thursday.
Oh, the echo's back now. Craig's back.
This fancy computer, throw it away.
You bag of shit.
I told you. Well, it's Manicam. The audio. Ah!
All right.
Anyway, let's get on with it. Craig's muted. That's good.
Hey.
How we going, fellas? Thanks
Very
for coming
well.
on, Mark. Got Mark filling in this week for John, who's gone to Iceland to pick up a prawn ring and to say hello to Kerry.
Kerry, Peter, they've all had a go, haven't they, in Iceland?
Oh, yes, bargains galore in Iceland.
I don't think I've got a big enough freezer. You know, because you only need one basket's worth and you've got a full freezer, haven't you?
£2 for a full basket. Get your Dr. Oetker pizzas there, the old cream crackers with a bit of tomato sauce on them.
How long do people need these things to survive?
Well, that's zombie apocalypse food, isn't it? Really, that'll last forever.
Yeah, be quite a nice apocalypse, though, wouldn't it? With a
Did you watch The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yes, it's gonna get good this second half of this series, I think.
Who is he smiling at? Because I can't think of any characters that have wandered off. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I can't think who it could be.
No, seen nothing.
No.
No, don't. No.
All right. So
Anyway, we've got a show to do. So
we can't do Craig yet. He's still playing with stuff, talking to himself.
No audio, Craig.
So, Rick, first
Me.
up, how's your week been? What do you have for tea and what you vaping?
My week's been good. It's been really busy. Launched about as of 3 hours ago. I brought out my new 510 connector that arrived over the last couple of days. Oh, Craig, turn it off.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right, back in a minute.
Oh, dear. Mute him, quick. There we go. Busy week. Yeah, taking pictures of all these things and getting it on. It's gone mental today. And I've got to say, because there's been such a shortage of Squonk 510s, loads of people have bought them today. So please bear with me while I get them packed and sent out, because we are up to our ear rolls in orders as of 3 hours ago. So yeah, we'll get through them and I'll work all weekend and hopefully get caught up by Monday. So, but no, good. What did I have for tea? I had a burger I had 2 burgers on lettuce leaves with cheese on top and some leftover chili that I made on top, and it was very nice.
That sounds nice. I'm not Hodoring anymore.
That's it. No, yes, better. That's it.
I am no door.
You're still on the no carbs before marbs, Rick?
I am, yes. I haven't had carbs for update. What's that? It should be Rick's fat update. I've I've been on a almost carb-free diet since a week ago Monday. So, and I feel a bit thinner.
I thought you meant a car-free update. You know, he's kind of like stop eating cars.
Walking everywhere.
No, I've got to lose some weight, and that's the best way I know of doing it is to stop the carbs. So
yeah, less pies, more exercise.
Yes, yeah. So that's me for the next few months. What have I vaping on? Right, yeah, got some things this week. Got some things. Richard, thank you very much. You sent me the Lush Plus RDA. Thanks for that, mate.
No worries.
What do I think of it? You know, looking at it, it's a really good deck. The build deck's brilliant on it. The centre posts are close together, so you can put your fused claptons in. You haven't got to bend the legs out. So I shoved them both in the centre there, so that's really good. It's got under coil airflow, just like the Kennedy. But it doesn't vape like the Kennedy. I don't know why. I can never work it out. It tastes quite good. It's probably, I'd say, 8 out of 10 compared to the Kennedy.
How many KIASes? Or Cletos, sorry.
Cletos.
Yeah, I got the wrong measurement.
How many Cletos? 9?
Ooh.
9 Cletos? What am I talking about?
90%.
90% Clet. Maybe 95%. It's tasty, but it's not as tasty as a Goon or the Kennedy.
Oh.
I don't know why. What did you think of it, Richard?
I know where you're coming from.
It's slightly muted, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I think it's solid. I really like the deck. It's a bit clever. I think it's really good looking. I don't know why the flavour's not quite there. I don't know.
I can't for the life of me work it out why, because it should be there. It's one of those attitudes, you look at it, the way it's made, where the air is and everything, and you think, yeah, it's going to be brilliant. But it isn't quite brilliant. It's all right. It's pretty good, but it's not brilliant.
Do you think that it's non-adjustable and it's just not the exact airflow you want? I don't know.
When you're ripping on fused claptons, it shouldn't really matter. You just need loads of air. And you've got enough there. But I don't know, it just doesn't quite deliver. But it's up for the price. I don't know how much they are, but it's bang on. And it looks good as well, I think. You're going to spend 20, 30 quid on an Atty. It's quite a good one, I think.
Yep.
So thanks for that, buddy. What else? I've got my usual Goon normal on my mod.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any update on the mod?
No, I'm too busy with other things at the moment.
510s.
510, squonk bottles, everything. They're all coming. Yeah, I'll go through juices in a minute. Right, and I did get another toy this week, and I got the Goon LP.
It sounds like an album from the 80s.
Yeah, it's not. It's a long player, the Goon long player.
The long play.
You know what? This is a tasty Atty. It's really tasty. I think it's getting mixed reviews, isn't it? And I'll tell you why I think it's getting mixed reviews. Is people are comparing it to the other Goon. Right. And the other Goon just rips. I mean, it's got loads of juice, space. You can rip on it really hard, and it keeps going. With this, because of the reduced deck size, because of the size of the clamps and them going sideways, and the reduced height, the juice well is shallower. I have found it can't really keep up with that sort of build. Oh. So I've put in some normal round wire. It's still a little low. I mean, I've got it at 0.2, I think, with 2 24 gauge coils. I think this will lend itself brilliantly to squonking. It comes with a squonk pin. If you're happy to vape at, I'd say 0.4, you could have a really good rip on it. But if you're going to go at 0.15 or anything lower, anything around there, it dries out too quickly. When you really go at it, and you can feel it, you can taste it burning already. And you have to put 2.5 mil coils in it, really. You can fit 3 mil coils in it, but what you'll find is it reduces the airflow because it's so close to the edge. But I do think it's really, really tasty Atty. I just don't think it should be compared to the likes of the Goon, Apocalypse, all the Recoil and all of those. It's not one of those. I think it's a squonking Atty, personally.
How did you find building on it? Because it looks a pig.
It's a doddle. Cut the legs off about 6 mil from your coil, shove them through. They touch the deck, bend them over. If they're a bit short, you just sort of give it a bit of a yank, don't you? You know. But I didn't have any problems building on it. I actually found it easier than building on a normal Goon. So, yeah, it's not hard to build on it. You just got to get the spacing right. Leave a couple of mil above the underneath the coil and whip them over, bend them over at the end.
That's what killed Grandma.
If you're not bending them over at the end, you're not doing it right. But no, yeah. So yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's a keeper. I just don't think it should be compared to the other sub-ohm, you know, Atties that you smash the hell out of.
Yeah, I think people will get the LP thinking that they're getting another Goon, though. I think that's the problem.
That's where I think the problem lies. I mean, the build quality is lovely. It comes with this, you know, stabilized piss extra cap.
Oh yeah.
The stainless one comes with a stabilized piss drip tip as well.
Huh.
So, but I think that looks good. I think that looks different. You know, I mean, it's cool on the mouth because the stainless one comes with a stabilized piss drip. Oh, why is it echoing again?
That's me.
No.
Oh.
So I think that's a good Atty, but I don't think it should be compared with the big boys. Really.
You see what happens? John goes away and it all goes to shit.
To be fair, I do that every week. It's when I share it on Twitter and stuff.
I got one more toy as well, which I haven't had a chance to look at yet, but my Gaia turned up.
Gaia.
So I haven't used it yet, but on first looking at it, it looks pretty slick to me. It's got a nice build deck on it. It's well made, I think. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I will report back on that next week.
Nice. I'm still waiting for mine.
What am I vaping on? Oh yeah, I'm vaping on Strawberry Fluff by DB.
Oh, you liking the fluff?
Oh yes, I loved it straight away. It's great.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's sweet. It's really good. I'm vaping on Homebrew the rest of the week. I have to say thanks to Eddie Woo-Wah. We're sort of getting right into our mixing at the moment. I've been buying some concentrates and making some nice flavours. And Eddie Woo-Wah sent me his new cafe cream or cafe creme the other day. So thanks, Eddie. I actually like it. You weren't sure about it. I think I'll vape it. And I'll let you know a bit more. I'll try it a bit more and I'll let you know. But I think first impressions, it's good. So, yeah, I'm vaping on that, and I've made a couple of nice juices, mango and the grape one. So, maybe I'll post the recipes up. I put a link up on the group the other day, didn't I, to my e-liquid recipes account with my recipes on there.
Yeah,
if you fancy a go, it's quite easy. It's good site. That really good site. That e-liquid recipes. Very, very good. That's me. So,
I have a question for you, Rick.
Go on, mate.
Why is it everybody always talks about the Kennedy when they're talking about under airflow Atties? Because the Kennedy wasn't the first one.
No,
I know it wasn't. I mean, I had the Magma back then and a few other ones, but I think the Kennedy is just, I like it. It works really well now. It's a modern day, the best one recent Atty, I think, that's got undercoil airflow.
Yeah, it's just because everybody, when they talk about under airflow, they always say
Kennedy style.
The Kennedy style. But yeah, they weren't
the one thing Kennedy did do really good with the under style is the tubes are really long, aren't they?
Yes.
So it didn't affect the well.
There. Yeah.
People used to always bitch about the juice going down the airflow.
Well, you had Richard. You had until you stupidly sent it back, you muppet. The Holmes, for instance, which came out before Kennedy. And that's got exactly the thing that you're talking about.
I just think when I talk the sort of subculture, the mech subculture, the Kennedy is the undercoil airflow Atty.
Yeah, but Mark's going to tell us what was around. What was the first one, Mark? Come on, we're testing you.
Well, K-funds as well, weren't they?
Yeah, good point. But for Dripper, I mean, you're right. I mean, it was the Magma, wasn't it?
Mm.
I think so.
I mean, that was the first under airflow one that I reviewed, and that was back early 2014.
Yeah, I've still got one of those as well.
Yeah, I gave mine to Ashley Buckley.
The build quality was shit on them, though. That's the only thing.
Did you remember? Did you notice on them that there wasn't enough thread on there?
It was that, and the black one, the black one that they did. I had to use insulating tape around the inside of the airflow ring to stop it from rattling.
Yeah,
it was nasty. Oh, and I've still got the box for it in the drawer down here. When they delivered it from, it was from UKE6 store.
Oh, here we go. I've got this one here. It's here. Look. Is this what you got?
Yeah,
a little treasure chest.
Yeah.
Well, there's my Magma.
Yeah, got one of those treasure chests, and the thing on the front, the little lock on the front wasn't in the package.
Oh.
So yeah, they sent me one with a busted fucking packaging for it. That was right.
That was a tasty atty. That was. I did enjoy that.
That was the standard for a long time, flavour wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Anyway, moving on from me. Let's go to Mark. Mark, how's your week been? What did you have for tea, and what are you vaping on?
My week's been fantastic. I
do you not believe in Craig?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was moaning like a 2-year-old girl earlier on. No. My week's been fun. I've been up in Dundee, up in Perth, Edinburgh. Yeah, I've been all over the place. It's been good. For my tea, I'm still in the bad books this week, so I only got pizza for my tea.
Why are you in the bad books this week?
And long story. And I'll swiftly move on.
Not for public consumption.
No, not for public consumption. Drinking. Why drinking? I'm drinking my Polish vodka out of a Jack Daniel's shot glass. This is there's a guy that comes into the Dunfermline shop called Radek, who, funnily enough, is Polish. Anyway, and he tends to bring some of this back. I'm vaping on these guys. These two things here.
Oh,
hey, look at that.
Still using it. Good.
This. Oh God, I use this all the time, mate. Use this all the time. And my old Fog and Sailor.
Oh yeah.
God,
I do like that. That is one of his better ones, I think, rather than the 3D printed, the pen marking ones. Yeah,
but the two RTAs are from Shadow Vapor. The 24mm, but they're for, you'd love them. They're cloudy stuff.
Yeah.
Is that the Mag MGNT? Is it, or is that? No, that's
not it's got the the top cap's got the
yeah.
The
MGNT.
The V2 has got the same. I don't know. Richard will remember. Is that the same as
Troll?
Troll
RTA.
Yeah, because the Wutofo actually, didn't copy it. They asked for permission first, but it's the same one that's in the Troll. And the deck in the RTA is very similar to the Conqueror is the postless one. I can never remember.
Yeah.
Very, very similar to that. But got them. Also vaping on my pink little baby bottle.
We'll come back to that.
The Nautilus.
Yes. And my new Pride and Joy, which I just bought today, is
the Drizzle. Shizzle.
Drizzle. It's great. It's great. It's tiny. I mean, it really is tiny. What can I do?
Yeah, you put that picture up and it made it look like you got massive hands.
I mean, that's an extra 18650 battery.
Wow.
It's funny that you put that up today. Saw it on Facebook. It's exactly what John's been looking for Iceland.
Yeah.
The week before at Iceland, he was like, I need to find pre-built heads, mouth to lung, pocket friendly, without Nautilus because he's anti-Nautilus.
Is he really? I would never have known that John knows nothing about vaping. Anyway,
You just know right now he's in Iceland going, fucking fuck.
no, for a guy
He'll probably put his Facebook on and come on it in a minute.
for a guy that used to work in a petrol station, he does know a lot about vaping. I will say that. So, other than that, I've got nothing. Absolutely, I've got juice-wise. Still vaping on this one, which is very, very good. Loving the ball bag. That's also very, very good. And
I've got to try that ball bag actually.
Yeah.
it's not bad, mate. And I shout out, there's a guy down in comes into the Glasgow shop. This is he calls it Jigsaw. It's like a looper, but with like a citrus twist to it. It's really, really nice. So yeah, that's all I've got. I believe this now goes on to one of the other two. I don't know.
Yeah, make a choice, Mark.
Yeah, Richard.
Hey,
What have you been doing this week?
What did you have for lunch?
I had a packet of rice. I had a limited edition fiery basmati limited edition from Tilda.
Limited edition rice.
Yes, limited
Did it have a
edition.
serial number on it?
Is that high-end rice?
It is. It was. I think it was £1.10 instead of £1.
You could post that on SV then. That one.
Yeah, yeah, it was. It was good actually. Get it while it's still available, people. Not from Iceland. It'll be rock hard.
Yeah, just don't post anything from Just Add Rice.
Just add soy. I call it. The rice is pre-packed, but then you just have to add your own soy.
Just add soy.co.uk.
Yeah.
Get all your pre-made rices.
Yeah, that's what I had for lunch. I haven't had anything for tea. Crap week. Both kids poorly. It's the 3-year-old Molly. She just got a normal bug that they just get from running around with loads of other snotty kids. But Freddie got his from the jabs. They have to have jabs.
Yeah.
It's so
You get a punch in the face.
It's like going to the doctors to become ill. It's just rubbish.
You should never hit the children when they cry.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's the only way of getting through the week.
The Yorkshire way.
Just slap
Quick
it
jab.
across the face. It's for their own good. So rubbish. It's just rubbish when they get like that. They're even more whingy and stuff. But apart from that, not too bad. Vaping on one new thing. The Evic Primo from Joytech.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is sort of like a follow-up to all these ones they used to do, the VTC mini thing. So it's got a very similar board that they do, with the
Same as the Cuboid, is that?
Yeah, you click it 3 times. It's dual 18615 series. They're calling it a 200-watt mod. It doesn't really matter at 42 watts, but but I think because the board's always been pretty good, that Joytech board that they do use, but I think this one's actually pretty good looking.
That's up Craig Street. Craig likes that sort of look, don't you, Craig?
Yeah, but I prefer. Yeah. Yeah.
And then to appease all the people that these days, he can fit 25mm at his up top.
Oh, thank God.
Winner.
And it comes with a 25mm tank.
Oh.
Comes with the Joytech Unimax, which is like a 5mm capacity tank. One thing I do like about it is it comes with 0.5 coils, rated for 40 to 50 watts. So it's a huge tank, but they've not gone crazy with it like the TF V12s and stuff. So you just vape it normally, but it is huge, which is quite good. Vape's quite nice.
I prefer. I wish more companies would do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Why can't we just have more capacity without the craziness?
Yeah.
It becomes an illegal tank then, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if anyone's told Joytick about that.
Yeah.
I suppose it doesn't quite matter yet, does it? I'll be honest.
Doesn't quite matter. It never blooming will matter, will it? I mean, if you want something, you're going to buy it. So, it's got a weird drip tip. Have you had a go on one of these, Mark?
No, they don't talk to me.
Oh, okay. The drip tip, you twist to get off. It's got like
it's one of those ones that you can't put a decent one on.
Yeah, it's got a latch inside, and you place it in on the markers and then turn it, and then it can't come off.
Oh, so it's like a light, a plug-in light.
Yeah. Which is random. I'm quite looking forward to taking this tank off and putting a nice arty on, though, just to see what it sort of goes like and looks like. But yeah, the tank's fine. I made a massive cock up with the tank when I first got it, though, because it's one of these where you pull it and the whole coil comes out. It comes out the top, so I assumed it was one where you just pour the juice in and put the coil back down.
Oh,
it is really not.
Went straight down the hole, did it?
Yeah, it just went, what are you doing? And it instantly just flooded the entire. I tried to place the coil down. I could just see it bubbling up.
Oh no.
So yeah, you take it out like that, but you put it back in before you fill it up. It's got normal top fill.
Right. So that's not a good second-hand mod if anybody's looking to purchase it.
No, the tank. Yeah, well, one of the coil heads is knackered. So yeah, but the mod is pretty good. I like that, to be honest. Yeah, so there's that. Then I've got my Hexome Goon with Rick's Juice, one of Rick's juices that's available on his menu thing, on his e-liquid recipe thing. Voodoo Brew. I've only got a bit left. I love this for dripping.
I'll bring you some more up. I've slightly changed the recipe now, so I'll bring you some more to Vape Jam for you.
Really good for dripping, really refreshing.
Yeah, I like it. It's my all-dayer. So.
And I've also still got the Hurricane V2. Last, I'm just going to do one more tank like this, and then I'm going to put it to how I like it, which is just turning it into an exact replica of the Junior. In there, I've got Russell's Ice Cream Man, Raspberry Ripple.
Nice.
That's nice.
I think that's the best one.
Yeah,
I like them all. I think they're all great.
Is it worth at this point saying where you can get this?
I think we may as well say that you could purchase that concentrate at justadnick.co.uk.
Modmaker.co.uk.
No, I don't sell them.
Oh, okay. No, it's
Yeah.
just that.
Justadnick.co.uk. You can get yourself some ice cream, man. And I think this is the best one, Raspberry Ripple.
Yeah.
John likes the lemon sorbet. But there you go. And last but not least, with some staples that I think Craig is going to be trying later on. I've got the recoil with.
Those are staples, okay. Those are staples.
I can't wait! I'm so excited.
Look at the size of the coils. Look at the size of those coils. Look at that.
Hey.
Wow. Low resistance coils, one of those. What are staples made of, actually? That'd be quite funny to shove those in an atty, wouldn't it?
Doesn't say on the packet.
Depends on the resistance.
Steel
Looks
product.
like about 24 gauge to me, that staple.
The glue him. It's just the glue, though. They just hit it and it'd be like.
That's all right. Dry burn it. It'd be all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've got a lovely yellow sticker now on here to match it.
Matchy.
Yeah, I just need This is an appeal. I want a yellow drip tip for the recoil. Because they do. Because it's the covers, in it. They do the cover. It's not a drip tip as such. It's a. cover, unique.
Are they the same ones that fit on the Goon and the Kennedy?
No, because look, it goes like this. Oh no, it doesn't.
One of them.
Oh, I can't get the part. No, because it doesn't. It's not a normal drip tip.
Oh, you mean like not one of them?
It's like a sleeve. It's like a sleeve.
Oh right, so it's like what doesn't
Like the Cleto ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shoot a message to Vince Bartholomew.
I wonder if the Cleto ones fit.
I've got a Cleto. Well, like this. Like this.
So.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, exactly like that. Well, not exactly, but very, very, very similar. So anyway, I've got that and a bit of killer custard in there. And that's me.
Yeah, I'll have a dig around because I think I might have one somewhere. But yeah, so
Craig, what you having for tea? How's your week been? What are you vaping? Who made you shirt?
Say again, Mark.
Richard said it as well. Where did you buy that shirt?
The shirt I got from Brigden's in Derby.
That looks like what? That looks like. Isn't there a picture of you, Mark, leaning on a capri wearing a shirt like that?
That was a Mark II escort, not a capri.
Oh, was it?
Before I do anything else, right? I said on the group that I'd got the these fused Claptons from Richard from Vape Geek. I've put them in, and I'm getting a reading of that. Richard, is that about right?
Yeah.
But you've got to, once you've warmed them up, it'll change up slightly again.
So just so everybody knows what it kind of looks like. There.
But straighten them out in there.
No, yeah, I mean, I've got to bend them a bit, but that's the tricky bit, is bending them, because I'm trying to find a rod that goes through so I can level them.
Well, you should bend them first. You can get the pliers and just sort of bend them.
Not
over twist them and then bend them back.
Yeah, a bit of plier action. And then once you've warmed them up a bit, they'll probably go up to about 0.15, something like that.
Oh, that's not too bad. So
1, 2, something like that.
Yeah, I've got to find out which one I want. But yeah, what I'm having for tea, first of all, I'm having spicy prawn spaghetti for tea. It's just, I'm going to go and get it in a minute. How's my week been? My bottom's been hurting, Rick.
Oh, not you as well. I've been having that. What? So your butt hurt a bit?
Yeah. I'm that's the description for it. It's butt hurt, isn't it?
Well, what about you, Richard? How's your bottom been this week?
I'm trying to adapt and survive.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some good painkillers, but the butt is coming. It's hurting a little bit.
Straight through, cuts straight through, doesn't it?
Look, I'm going to be honest. The butt hurt is strong.
It is.
Children, a lot of you.
I don't know. It happened a few nights ago. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Friday, I think. It started hurting about then, and I can't work out why.
It came on at the weekend, and it's going. It's subsiding now.
Yeah. It's definitely calmed down. The Piles cream seems to be helping. Yeah. So how's my week been? It's been all right, actually. It's been not too bad. I've had a bit of a break tried to have a bit of a break from Facebook, so I've not been on the group as much as normal, and not done any watching of videos and other stuff like that. I did watch Mark's vlog, because I always watch Mark's vlog every week. He's probably uploaded. He's uploading it now, probably. Mark is. Just so
that's what you know. I uploaded it about 3 hours ago.
Oh no! Damn it!
Call yourself a fan, Craig.
Yeah.
I didn't check before the show. He threw me, because normally what he does is he waits till we're live. That's what I know.
That's why we've got these extra viewers. We're extra busy tonight, because Mark hasn't uploaded his vlog.
Or have you uploaded it already, Mark?
It's live, and I put a link to the show in it as well. So there you go.
I'll tell you what, to make up for it, you can put a link in our group to your vlog if you like.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Oh, you don't want the riffraff?
No, I'm very famous. That's okay.
Lucky. Yeah, it's been all right week. What have I been vaping on? I've had nothing new. I have got some bits from Richard, first of all, and I have to say thank you. But because I've been kind of away from all of it and getting away from it all, I've still yet to have a go on them properly. I haven't even got the wrapping off yet, but Richard sent me sent me this. What's it called? Oh, the Aura Mega, which is that thing. Sent me one of those. Richard did. So I've got to have a play with that at some point.
Oral Mega.
The Aura Mega. Oral Mega.
Aura. Okay.
Limited edition, that, Craig.
Is it? Is it? They never made any more.
They don't think it actually made it to market.
Wow. To be fair, it's pretty fucking ugly.
It looks like it vapes very, very high wattage just by how angry it looks, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's kind of got this great big massive kind of vent thing in the side there. Like.
I'll be honest, it doesn't need that heat fin.
Oh right. Oh, okay. Right. So I'll have a play with that. I'll have a go at that and see how it kind of turns out. The other thing, which I did have a go on actually, the day that you sent it, was was this thing. Come out wherever you are. Was the Lancer.
That's a sweet little mod.
I quite liked it. It's very small, very tiny. It's got a little 5. That's where the battery goes up inside of there, like. And he was all right. I kind of liked it. The button on it's quite nice. The weird thing is it's got this is the little toggle switch at the top is the up and down. So you kind of like you rotate it round to go up and down and all that stuff. So
that's back some.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of old school tech in that, isn't it? So but it's quite nice. The screen is quite in the right place, but other than that, yeah, it's really well made. It's pretty weighty. It's not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna have another go with that and try and get something. It looked pretty good with the Origin on top of it. I stuck the Origin on it, and it looked really, really good with that on it. So yeah, so I've got to thank Richard for that. He sent me those. It's very nice of you, Richard. I can't get the top cap on it back on it now. Look at that. Fucking god damn it. What I've been vaping on this week? I have been vaping on the Alpine from Synthetic Cloud. On top of, look at how gorgeous that is. Look at that. I bet you wish you had one of these, Mark.
That's hideous, man. That really is hideous.
Unreal, isn't it?
That's
unashamedly hideous.
Don't take it to the woods. You won't be able to find it.
Where's my Mark?
You could definitely go hunt. You could go lion hunting with that, or any sort of hunting.
Yeah. What? Throw it at them.
Well, yeah.
not whale hunting.
Yeah, you need.
I suppose no. But if you're going into the jungle, that'd be all right, wouldn't it? You could hunt a few tigers or something.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I'd be perfectly fine until I blew a big fat cloud. And then
not with that shirt though.
Not with.
No, you need to put on Duck Dynasty and see how they dress, and you'll be all right. You'd need to grow a beard though. Grow a beard, get some tats and some camo gear, and you're a winner.
Ask Mark though about, because Mark likes Friday morning stuff. The Friday morning is well made, isn't it? It's really, really nice.
Very well made. Yeah.
Yeah, you get yours for free.
Yeah, but they used to make really nice mods, which was great because they used to send them to me for free, but then they didn't send that one, which I was really happy about.
Oh yeah. Damien instead, didn't you? You got this one, didn't you? You got the black one.
Yes.
The one before.
You see, yours doesn't have I had the stupid Del Monte thing for the firing button.
Yeah, you had the little
crystal type thing. Yeah.
The Paula Jankowski crystal, we'll call it, or Jankowski. You've got one of those in the middle of it, so it's kind of love you, Paula. Yeah, mine's got the normal black one, you see. So
yeah, see, it looks better like that.
Yeah, I'll trade you. What have you got?
I'll trade you for the 510 building station. I think I've still got it here. Yeah, you can have it if you want.
You better bloody have it. The moment you went and said you got one, I went, I want. Yeah, they're awesome. That little, I mean, yeah, all right, $200 plus for a resistance checker is quite a lot of money, but it's really nice.
I'll be honest. Actually, the fuse went in it, so I haven't actually found any other fuses. So I've been using the Coilmaster one ever since, which is quite embarrassing.
Yeah. you know, I mean, when you were doing your vape reviews, that was like a big part of your review. You could go, I've got the Friday morning Tab Master.
What did you just? When I was doing I still do them, mate.
Oh, do you? Oh, I thought you'd retired. I thought all you did now was your vlog. That's all you. I thought that's all you did these days. Yeah, so I've been having a go on that. What else? I've got the Tobacco Super Tank Mini on the Archon, which is just fucking ace.
Good mod, very good mod.
They're great, aren't they? Really, really good. Really good. Very sexy inside. So on that, and in that, I've got Blueberry Fluff from DB Liquids via justadnick.co.uk. Oh, in that, I've got Planet Cracker, but I didn't get that from Just Had Nick. I got that from Scott. So got that, and then the last thing I'm vaping on is the GB Mods MK2, big beastie.
Mr. Shorrock.
With a wow.
Oh, where's the bottle? There's no bottle in it.
Yeah,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, you see, I don't do any of that dirty poking your fingers in holes. You don't know who's been in there before.
See, that's what you want from Mr. Shorrock. See, that's a proper one. It's got a bottle in it.
Yeah.
All that bottle's it's not in position. What's happening in that bottle? It's all over the place.
It's got no battery in it. That's why. Innit?
Oh, right, okay.
He's on the piss. That's what it is. Mark's only got like one or two batteries. That's it. But yeah, on that, I've got the Super Tank Mini, the other one on top of that, and I'm just getting through the very last bit. This bottle went on forever from that Cornish e-liquids, relooped.
Ooh.
Liquids, which is it's not a patch on Looper or Syndrix or Silly Rabbit. It's not as good as them now. It's better in a tank where it's a bit muted. It's really weird because if you really bang power through it and you've got it on a really, really good vape, it tastes of licorice. It's really weird. It's got this like licorice taste to it. So,
licorice?
Yeah.
What's licorice?
Licorice. We call it licorice. We're going to call it licorice.
Licorice, you mean?
Licorice.
Licorice?
Yeah.
It's not licorice.
Yeah. Just anyway.
Is it licorice? Have I got it wrong?
Yeah, it's licorice. Licorice.
Licorice.
The whole show's just going.
I thought we had another Nirvana moment then.
Nirvana. They do say that. The cult do say that in the song, and Mark will know that. They do say that.
Yes.
Yeah. See, and I believe in the Cult because the Cult got it right with that album.
That's the best album ever.
Yeah,
well, yeah. One of the best.
Yeah, it's probably up there, isn't it?
Look, we've done 45 minutes of hand checks.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? 10 minutes was us trying to work out how to stop the echo and kind of work out how cameras and mics work. So, wow, we're really not a threat to anybody else that's on at this time of night, are we?
No.
Anyway, shall we we'll do the news? Richard's just gone. So
yeah, well, we jump on to. I better do some then, hadn't I suppose?
Yeah.
I'll do some more. Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of things. There's two articles in the news. They're both pretty much the same, and they involve children and vaping. There's a Daily Post. Mum's terror as e-cig charger explodes while she's driving. How long when are people going to twig? The old iPhone chargers used to charge at 2 amps, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's bought this thing. The device box said it's suitable for iPhones, iPads, and general use as a charger. It also claims to be certified by Apple.
Apple.
So, yeah, it's going to break your iStick or your ego if you plug it in. But, yeah, that's one. It doesn't even, there's nothing much to talk about. There's another one. 7-week-old baby was lucky to escape as e-cigarette explodes into flames.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So Steve from Blackpool, Lancashire, said he plugged it and wrapped it in his dressing gown. He unplugged it and wrapped it in his dressing gown. He felt it got hot. He put it to his face first, felt it was hot. So he unplugged it and wrapped it in his dressing gown. The next minute, there was an almighty bang and it set on fire. I dropped it on the floor. So he wrapped it up and then he held it for a while and then he dropped it on the floor. Okay. Steve managed to extinguish the fire. The couple's other children, 6-year-old twins, Chanel and Demi, and Serena, 2, were taken downstairs at the home as the home smoke alarm sounded.
Oh, Chanel and Demi.
So yeah, he put the thing out. There was no big fire, but 2 fire engines arrived. 2 fire engines for some, yeah, and watch manager Mark Warwick said the family were very lucky to escape.
Oh God!
As the e-cigarette was charging in the bedroom, and they became aware of the problem so quickly. So,
do you get the feeling they charged it in the bedroom and then they thought, I'll charge it while and then go to sleep? This is what actually happened. Do you think this is what actually went on?
well, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I sometimes charge my devices when I'm in bed. I do. I'm still alive though. You know, I haven't got an iPhone 2 amp charger. I know what it's chucking out, and yeah. I won't say it's safe to do it. You shouldn't let charge batteries unattended, but I'm sure a lot of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the fact that 2 fire engines came out. This guy just had a small fire. It was not like they burnt the house down or anything. There was it went into thermal runaway in his dressing gown, and that was it. So I don't really believe that 2 fire engines even came out. But
I still can't get over the kids' names. Chanel
and Demi and Serena. Serena's a pretty normal name, isn't it? You've got Demi Moore, haven't you?
Yeah, and you can bet that Serena Williams won the tennis that year, so they named her after, like, you know, Wimbledon.
Chanel. Where do we get Chanel from? Was she that girl off of Big Brother? Was she on there?
I don't know.
No, that was Chantel, wasn't it?
Oh. She probably got a bottle of Chanel for Christmas and saw the label in the bathroom or something.
No, it's not. It's spelt with 2 L. It's spelt E-double-L-E at the end, so it's not that.
Oh, right. It's not like Channel.
It might be Chanel.
Chanel. Which is named after the ferry.
But no, it's just sensationalizing very small incidents. I mean, there's this little e-cigarette went popping in somebody's car while they were loading it. They were charging it, and it didn't really do any damage, but it still makes the news, which is a bit silly, really, isn't it? Not really newsworthy. But yeah, that's all I've got news-wise. So, Craig, what about you, mate? What's going on?
Yeah, what have I got? Right, I've got a bit of stuff that kind of leads into. Why have I got Just Add Nick advert at the top of? Oh no, that's God damn it! You know what's happened? I'm reading last week's notes. Wow, it's like I've got all these computers on. This shows you what a break from Facebook and vaping in general for a week does. You lose it, absolutely lose it. Right, give me a second.
Come on, old man, get on with it.
I know it's something's going on. Right, hold on. There we go. Right. First of all, Derby Vapors. That's Derby, not Derby. Okay. They've got their monthly meet this weekend, and I'm not going to be able to make it. And it's the first one that I've missed in 21 months.
Oh.
I'm the longest serving attendee at the Derby Vapors meet. I'm not going to be able to make it this weekend, so yeah, I'm a bit disappointed.
And why is that?
I've just got some things that I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 this last week, right? And it means that all of the stuff that I should have done, I've put off. So now I've got to do all the stuff that I put off, plus all the stuff that I should do on Saturday at the same time. So I've got to do twice as much stuff than before. So yeah. Otherwise,
that's not a reason. That's not a reason not to go.
You know, it's kind of like, no, I have to do my catching up. I really have to. It's kind of like hoovering and stuff. You know, there's only so many kind of plates that I can leave on the floor of the office before it kind of gets bad. No, I don't do that, actually. I don't do that. Also, Nottingham. Richard's not here, but I think it's the Nottingham. I've got to meet. There's somewhere over that neck of the woods next weekend. So looking forward to that. Next up, I've got, I think Rick's got a link there. Can you share it there, Rick, as well? Or no, I'll tell you what, I'll share it from here.
I've got it.
Which was an article on Vaping Post, which was about vapors. US depressed teenagers are more likely to take up vaping. Which I thought it was kind of interesting. Let me see if I can.
Well, that's not. It's that might be some legs in that. You know, I mean, people smoke who, you know, suffer from depression, don't they?
Yeah,
but teenagers by default are depressed.
That's what I'm thinking. And also, and you've only got to look at let's look at all of the vaping drama over the last week or so. If there was ever a reason to be depressed, it was probably that. So I'm wondering whether it's not the other way around, where if you become a vapor, you become more depressed. See, I think it's the other way around. So for all you drama llamas out there, it's your fault. So, but yeah, I'll put the article up. I've got the basics of it here somewhere. Where is it? Application window. But you get a nice picture there. Look, it's all a bit emo. We're looking at you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, kind of like, so if you're thinking that you're depressed, just look at the picture at the top and it'll make things worse for you. There you go. So yeah, nicotine uptake in teenagers, a long story that repeats with e-cigarette use. I just think yeah. Anyway, I'll put it up in the group so that everybody can have a bit of a read and see what there is. But it's kind of interesting. But you know how these things
Depression, a growing phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Look at this.
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Sean says phenomenal better than anybody else we know, though, because he goes phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Sean does it really good, so. Yeah.
So what drama were you talking about? What drama's been happening this week in the vape world?
I can't comment. If you're not part of it, then you know, it's one of those things. You know full well. You're normally in the middle of it.
I'll just a hand check of my NARDA here. Yeah, there we go.
Have you got a Frankie as well, Mark?
No, I only had my Frankie for 2 days and I sold it. I sold it.
They're probably a bit of crap, aren't they? To be honest.
Why did you sell it?
Because, to be brutally honest, I sold it because there was a new version just announced and the market was getting flooded with clones. So I thought, just get rid of it now. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good mod, but it's not worth over retail price. No way. No, not a chance. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's no slow on the Frankie. The Frankie is what it is. It was never meant to be an expensive mod. The hype made it an expensive mod, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did. So next up, the Lost Vape drone has appeared. I've got some images there, I think, Rick, which is Vape Geek will have them in stock, which is a DNA 25166. So it's like a dual battery version.
Yeah, because the little hobbit, the beardy hobbit, he's got one to review.
Has he?
He has indeed. I'm sure he showed it in his vlog.
We get sent all of this nice stuff, doesn't he? You know?
Yeah. There it is. It's you on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah, and I quite like that. I only put.
I've forgotten what the name of the mod is. What's the 3 battery mod that everyone uses?
Triad.
No, the old. What is it? I've got a brain fart here.
RX 200.
Yeah.
They do kind of all, and they all look like the. Oh, Mark, what was the name of the very first 3 battery Stabwood mod that came out? You remember? You know which one I'm thinking of?
Stabwood.
Yeah, there was a high end one which was exactly that shape, and I can't remember. Mark Robson will know in the chat, and I'll keep talking until he types the fucking answer up. Because they're all a copy of that. They're basically all a copy of that. So, yeah. So, there we go.
But it looks so. Oh, it's a squonker. I didn't realise it's a squonker, Craig.
Yeah, it's a squonker. Yeah, it's for those weird people that put fingers in holes.
Sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn it. We don't cause drama, do we? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so there's that, which I think is quite nice. So if you're into that kind of stuff.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'd like to publicly say sorry for saying that Dean looked like a hobbit. I'm really sorry. I
didn't know you were talking about Dean. You didn't say Dean. You only said Hobbit.
I thought you were on about Gollum.
I thought you were talking about your neighbour up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I quit myself.
Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Robbo, no. Oh, God damn it, Robbo. Saves the day. There's a delay on it. It must be. Next up. Yeah, I'm not talking about that because we're running out of time. There's a question I wanted to throw out because Mark doesn't come on very often because he's semi-retired these days. Which is somebody put a post up which says, what is the difference between a sub £100 mod and one that goes above £100? Basically the elitist question, and people were trying to explain it. It was on, I think it was on
1 pence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you did ask.
Yeah, I didn't put it in the right way, really, did I? You know, you pedantic twat. This is how it always ends up. We end up just like calling each other names. That's what that feeling in the air was. But no, I want to ask, and this goes to everybody, when you've got a high-end mod, why people buy high-end mods? What is the reason why people spend an awful lot of money on mods? So I'm going to start with the obvious person, which is Mark, because you've done everything, Mark. If you find something that's low end and you like it, you go with it and you hammer the shit out of it and you use it. You've got no distinction at all you've got no kind of game in this. You can't call you an elitist because you've got, you know, the drizzle faux shizzle.
Just because a mod's expensive does not make it high end. That's it. I've vaped many mods that are classed as low end that put high end mods to shame. It's simple as that.
But why would you buy a high end if you knew that was the case though? What's the attraction of the high end then, or the expensive? I'll phrase it correctly.
It's a hobby for a start, but all my what would be classed as high end mods are the ones that I've kept over the years are made by people that I really like and get on with, and that's it. That's nearly everything just goes over time, but the people that I've developed relationships with and got to know well and things like that, they are the mods that I keep, and that's it. There's that, that's the attachment I have to them. I can't think of more vodka. I can't think of anything really.
No, that's it, isn't it? You're invested in that person, isn't it?
It's not quality, is it? It's craftsmanship.
I said that in the vlog that I just put up. I mean, that's like Eddie's or Darwin Mod's new mechanical mod. I mean, it's Eddie got a lathe. Well, what you guys probably know this already, but Eddie got a lathe, so he's been mucking about with it, and he's made a mechanical mod. It takes 4 18650s. It's going to cost me £300, and it's not necessarily money that I have, but I want to buy it because, number one, it's something that Eddie's made. And that's the attraction to me. And the other thing, it looks cool as fuck. It really does. But yeah, it's the mod maker at the end of the day. If I wasn't in a position where I actually know these people, then I'd be, the vape droid, things like the vape droid and stuff like that. I mean, I'd happily run that until the end of time. People just like to class things. They just like to,
Yeah. And the money's not, and the money's not the, there's, I've asked people in the past who've gone for like the ultra high end, when they've gone for the Loch Ness when the Loch Ness first came out, or I can't remember what it was. They got the overflow, I think, and chatting with somebody, and they said, and I asked them, just be brutally honest, you know, why'd you do it? And he said, because you can't have one. And I thought, well, at least you're being honest, you know, which is another reason why people do them. It's why people drive, you know, DB9s and all of that kind of stuff, is because other people can't get them. Now that's their reason. And there's 1,000,001 different reasons. It might be that they've just got more money than sense, and they just go out there, and to them, 200-300 quid is just change, you know, and they think of it that way. And there are people that have got a lot of money. So, but I'm of the same camp as you. It's kind of like I buy mods that are made by people that I know. So, you know, the Stig Helix, I know Dave really well, and Nick, you know, and I bought that, you know, I've got chatting with Dave, and Dave's a really good friend. The GB mods, same as yourself, from Jim Shorrock. He's a lovely, lovely bloke. He's such a nice guy, and I'm never gonna get rid of the two that I've got. Not in a million years. I'm gonna get rid of it. The dog mods, exactly the same with the dog mods as well. It's like Nick's a really nice guy, so it's kind of
the thing I find quite funny about it, and you're always going to have the class system. You know, like, what was it? John Cleese and the two Ronnies.
yes.
Remember that sketch? Yeah. This vaping is actually, for me, and I'm going back to when I worked in IT and actually had money. Vaping's a very cheap hobby, and buying fancy gear is actually very cheap. I mean, I used to be a hardcore petrol head, and this costs very little compared to my last hobby. So yeah, spend what you can afford. At the end of the day, that's it.
Yeah. And
bottom line is that you can spend £1,000 on a mod. It won't vape any better than £100 mod or £50 mod, will it? I mean, it'll still do the same job, but you invested in the maker, and they're the sort of mods you don't sell, aren't they? You know, like the ones I've been lucky to have been given a few mods, and I'll never sell them because, and they might not even be high end, but they've got meaning to me because they were given to me or made for me.
It's like John's art. It's like John's Artisan. It's like that's right up there, you know, in terms of where it fits in that hierarchy. He's never ever going to move it. It doesn't matter how much it's worth, you know, and what the numbers are that kind of get thrown around, and they're very serious numbers. But he's never going to.
No,
get rid of it,
but it doesn't vape any better than a Vapor Shark DNA 40, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's still, you know, it's the joke is when we chat with Richard is that it's at the end of the day, it's just wooden wires. That's what most of it is. You know, there's no real difference in it. It's all of the, admittedly, you've got all these additional extra touches, like you might have all silver wiring or other things, but it does come down to that level of craftsmanship in some of them, or it comes down from hype. It can be any number of reasons, but I don't think you should ever concern yourself with what other people spend on hobbies. Hobbies make no sense. People will go out of their way to make utterly ridiculous purchases for the sake of their pastime and the thing that they love doing. So don't ever question somebody for what they do with it, because that's between them and their wallet as to what they do.
I actually spend more in hair dye than I do in my mods. I mean, it's
yeah, John's the same. Yeah, John's the same. Just for men, that black just for men. He must have shares in the stuff.
Oh, it's Great Grecian 5000, isn't he, John?
Is it? Oh,
he's a silver fox without that hair dye, John.
I've got a feeling that Richard, have you got your?
I don't spend a lot on hair dye.
You know, what are your thoughts on kind of the sub and super £100, let's say?
I don't think it's a quality thing. I think that's a misconception that a lot of high-enders throw about. It's not a quality thing. I think it's you're paying for the craftsmanship, aren't you? Paying for the artistic value. It's a collecty thing. It's really well made, lovingly made, limited edition thing. You know, it's the hobby aspect, isn't it? It's the collection aspect. It still vapes at 50 watts or 20 watts or whatever. It's the same power hitting the coil. But it's special. It's got sentimental value, personal value, and incredible, craftsmanship.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, no better than a, you know, those. That's really not it.
Yeah, it's like you can pick up an S. You could get an S body DNA 40 for what, 50 quid or something like that, or you could get like one of Richards for significantly more. It doesn't vape any different.
I think the people that are getting them because other people can't get them, I think they're never going to be happy because, like, give it another 6 weeks and the Frankie drops out of existence. You know, what's their next thing? They're constantly. I mean, if that's part of the hobby, the chase, but I don't know. I think you're always looking over your shoulder with that mentality.
I think the chase is
really like what you vape.
Yeah, but I think the chase is one of those things as well. I think if you go through any hobby, that going after something and seeing it and thinking, I really want that, and getting your eyes on it. It's like the Helix for me was, I spent 11 months kind of looking around to try and figure out how to get one, and never really, you know, it was only kind of Sean actually that got in touch with Dave and introduced me to Dave. But you never forget it, and it is that chase and getting the thing when you finally got it in front of you, I think, is a big thing. But like you say, those kind of prices. But these are people that have got Ferraris in garages and stuff like that. They've just got silly amounts of money. So to them, they can just solve it by throwing money at the problem. So, but high end games are a very strange place, though. But yeah, it's a hobby. Next thing I wanted to talk about was something that came up on the group actually, and I'll throw this out because Mark will be in on this as well, which is haggling in vape shops.
Oh fuck no.
I can get that cheaper online.
Right, thanks. It's been
Right.
Well,
now,
they do it, don't they? People do it. I don't think they mean anything by it. I mean, it seems to go with vaping, doesn't it? There's a haggling mentality that you can get it cheaper because we've all really come from buying stuff online rather than going into B&M shops. B&M shops came after we started vaping, really, and we're getting these really good prices importing stuff. People think that carries on to shops, but it costs money to keep the lights on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's crackers. You don't go into Curry's and ask for a bit off the telly, do you?
Well, some do.
You can get that cheaper online.
Yeah. I went to the petrol station, I filled the car up and said to the petrol attendant, you know, oh, that £10 of petrol I just bought is £9, all right? Just go in with the presumption that you're not going to, if it's kind of like the same mentality that goes with when you import something from the US and they put the charge onto it. They put the HM revenue and customs gets put onto it, and people moan about the fact that the customs got put onto it. Rather than looking at it that way, look at it the other way, which is when it doesn't happen, look at it as a bonus. Assume that it's going to get put on there, but look at it as a bonus, and then that way you tend to go through life a little bit happier about things. Because you're not going, oh, well, I wanted it to go through and damn it, I had to pay the customs. You knew you were going to have to pay it. What you should have done is said, well, if I didn't pay it, then that would have been great. And then gone, okay, well, I'll run with the customs as I paid it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm in a fortunate position where I don't work in a vape shop.
Right, 3 years in a vape shop. 3 years now. Here's one from when you go into a vape shop, do not walk in and say, what deals are you doing? Don't go in and say, I would like to buy this mod. How much money will you give me off straight away? Because you just won't get anything. If you go in, don't be an arsehole either. Don't be an arsehole. But if you go in and work with the guy that's working in the shop and almost like in that small space of time, develop a relationship, like just friendship type thing. And you say at the end, is there any wiggle room on that? Is there any, do you do promotions? Is there any in-store discount? Then you might get something. But if you come straight in just looking for the cheapest deal possible at the start, you'll get fuck all. Nothing.
And that special promotion that you were going to get is going to be that one bit of kit that nobody was able to flog ever, and they're going to try their hardest to sell it to you just to spite you for asking. So,
you get what you put in. I mean, that's it then. I mean, that's the thing. You just don't assume that you're going to get a discount. Because there is, and I mean, it's well known, and in that discussion, you know, there's most shops will have, say, 20% for students, 10% for certain other people, army, police, and things like that. So those discounts are already there. But so there is always some kind of leeway, but you have to approach it the right way. That's all I would say.
I mean, I'm sure they don't mean anything by it, but some people don't realise that it costs money to run a business, doesn't it? And if they're grinding you down on prices, if everybody did that, then the doors would be closed, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, the company I work for, I mean, they have 7 shops, so they only have so much buying power. But then you take somebody like a massive national e-cig company, their buying power is massive, and they're getting the product so much cheaper. Yeah. So it's, yeah. I don't know. I could go on all day about this one.
Yeah, we don't want to threaten your job. That wouldn't. I mean, that's. But I think it's that developing the relationship thing. Just assuming that you know that go into the shop expecting to pay the actual price that things cost, and then if you get a discount at the end of it, then treat it as a bonus. I'd buy things in Pro Vape sometimes. I would never dream of saying, "Can you give me a discount on it?" I'm glad they're there. I pop in for a coffee. I want them to be profitable. You know, if you enjoy where you're going, you know, help them out. They're trying to make a living.
Yeah, there are people forget the advantages as well. Like if there's a problem, they can go back. If they need help with it, they can go in and get help. They can get an honest, you know, feedback. Honest, you know, anyone in a vape shop will still have preferences about what they think of stuff.
Well, I went in my local shop the other day and bought Goon the LP, and then I said, "Oh, you got any wire and cotton?" And he gave me his coiling kit, and I sat there and coiled it up. You know, he didn't ask me for any money for that bit of wire or that bit of cotton. You know,
people don't factor in the postage cost as well. They'll pull up a website and then get it cheaper, but they haven't added in the £4 postage.
Mm.
And the fact that if there is a problem, you're going to have to send it back in the post and pay the postage, and you know then you're going to have to wait. You know, you're not going to be able to.
The other thing is, and this may cost me my job, I will be honest here, but if you do come into a shop and I'm serving and you say that you can get it for £20 cheaper from Fastech, I will tell you to fuck off.
If you can get it for 20 quid cheap on Fastech, fuck off and get it from Fastech and don't go in the shop.
Yeah, why are you going to a shop in the first place if you're such a small stuff? Yeah.
You're not doing them a favour giving them Fastech money for it because they'll lose money.
Yeah. So, anyway, that was kind of an interesting one I thought I'd throw in. The next one, very quickly, is Evolution Vaping. I put a picture in the folder, Rick. Did you spot it?
Yeah.
Something I was looking around today because I thought I was looking for a 25mm Atty because I wanted to put these Claptons in something, and I thought, shall I get something? And I decided against it, but I went to the Evolution Vaping website today, and they'd got something on their page instead. Now, when you zoom in, right? Okay, on the left-hand side, look at what you can also buy from them. Apparently on Evolution Vaping, you can get white bin bags for £999.99.
High-end bin bags.
So also on the site, you could get hand sanitizer. You could get, I think they've got loo roll. They've got some other things as well. All of it costing £999. I don't know where they buy their loo roll from. It must be really good. But yeah, on their website. So Evolution Vaping, if you're watching, go and check your website just quickly.
If I was a millionaire, if I was a millionaire, I would just go and buy those white bin bags just to see what happened. Wouldn't you though? I mean, if you were so inclined and reckless with your hideous wealth, would you buy £1,000 bin bags? I might have a little go just for a laugh.
Just to see, yeah, definitely.
How many turn up? There could be a lot.
I've never seen that before on that site.
Yeah, it's really weird. One thing on that picture though, very quickly, Rick, if you reshare it again, and I'm a bad man for doing this because I shouldn't do it, which is look at the item that's next to it. It's a juice called Fantasy.
Fantasy. Oh yeah, Fantasy.
It's
do you know what? I've tried that mango juice.
It's Fanta.
It is beautiful mango juice. Like, it is really nice.
It's Fanta.
Yeah.
The label is Fanta. For God's sake, stop it, people. You stop it.
Yeah, that's a juicification nominee, definitely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good.
We need food. We need food. So that doesn't look at all like Fanta, says Flitzy. No way, not one bit. I think that's about it, really. Richard.
Yes, hello. I'm back. We'll do my news.
Shall we do you or shall we do Mark? We've got a choice. I forgot. Mark, have you got any news?
You never told me I had to have news.
Don't worry, my news dovetails perfectly into yours, Mark.
Oh, nicely.
I've just got a couple of bits. Pro Vape closing. Have we mentioned that while I was gone?
We haven't mentioned it yet. No.
I think so. No.
So if you go to the Pro Vape website, provape.com, you can do that if you want, Rick. I'm not worried. But if you go to provape.com, everything's been turned off it, and there's just one single page saying, "I'm sorry, due to the FDA, we are closing shop."
Oh.
There we go. Look, provape.com.
Oh, the repair service. You've got to mention the repair service. Please, 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 please.
No, go on, Mark. Go on.
Go on.
No, Richard, are you going to mention it?
Is it this guy thing? You send it to a guy?
I'm really sorry. We've closed down our business. You've bought all our devices. But see this guy called Bill. Bill will fix your mods for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Contact Bill. He's a third-party Provari repair technician.
Oh, we've got your money. Fuck off.
Yeah, but they're closing the business. What can they do, really?
Yeah, very tricky.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Bill is very competent.
It's a bit double-sided news, isn't it? Because it's a bit sad. You know, everyone that's been vaping X amount of time will have definitely come across or had, you know, a Provari.
They are an original mod maker, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's a Provari.
Yeah, and they were top draw at the time, weren't they?
Yeah.
Everybody's doing it tonight. I'm gonna have to rename them.
They were top draw. They were really good. Really loved products, and
I just haven't seen anything from them for years. I mean, the only thing if you said to me about Provari, I have visions of the old Vamo style mod with a voltmeter on the side of it, a tube.
Yeah, that's the one.
So where have they been? They may have brought mods out after that, but
their big comeback was the Radius, which was a box mod, and everyone was really chuffed that they were going square and doing a box mod, but it was a single cell, and I think it only did 40 watts, and this was at the time where everyone was going dual cell, 200 watts, more and more, and the
high end had got away from them as well, because it used to be that it was like the Provari was kind of a high-end thing almost, but it had gone. It had launched off into the distance, and they were charging a lot of money for it as well.
Yeah, they still wanted good money for it, and it did just sort of miss the boat with that, and that was their sort of last throw of the dice, really. That Radius.
They had a 60 watt one. There was a 60 watt version.
Yes, yeah, which would fine for most people, but again, single cell though as well, and I don't know.
It was their own proprietary board, which was always a bit fiddly to get around, and it's always seemed like there was a very complex thing, and it was. I know
that Nick Grimgreen, he sort of put the clause in on his Tuesday show. He wasn't that impressed that they were blaming the FDA.
Quite right.
Because it isn't the FDA. This is their business model. They didn't move fast enough and bring out products that were attractive enough to people, to the mainstream market.
The FDA doesn't stop them producing something for the rest of the world either, does it?
No.
Or in partnership with someone like Vapor Shark have done. There are options out there. The fact is that 2 or 3 products in a row, they slightly missed the boat, didn't they?
I think they kind of, their market seemed to be kind of like it was almost like a businessman. I always pictured it as being like, it was something that was associated with an executive. It was kind of like an executive vape almost. And they just didn't move it anywhere other than this very single market. They had their own way of promoting it. They had their own vendors that they always went through. Everything stayed exactly the same. There was nothing, there didn't seem to be anything to it, any attempt to kind of like branch out from what they got. They just stuck to the guns and said, we're going to go down that road.
But there was almost an arrogance to it that everyone that vapes their devices should vape like they vape.
Yeah,
you know, that sounds similar. That sounds familiar. That sort of attitude, to be honest. So
I don't know.
But they're not on. If I remember, I could be wrong. But did they not have when they released the radius? Were they not on Plumes of Hazard?
They were, yeah.
Because I remember the guys actually asking them about, you've missed the mark. You know, they came out and actually said to him, and the guy's response. I mean, he was, like you say, I thought he was very arrogant in his response. But I don't know.
Should listen to Plumes. Plumes, they speak the truth.
You should listen to every customer that you've got. You know,
all feedback.
To the market, you know.
When you get honest, negative feedback, it's priceless.
Yeah. That's the best feedback. You don't want people saying how good things are. You want them to say you want them to critique your stuff so you can improve it.
So on one hand, a little bit sad, but on one hand, a little bit inevitable, I think.
Yeah, sad that a cornerstone of the original sort of.
And they could have gone out with a bit more. I don't know if dignity is the right word, but
they could have put a nicer splash page up.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We've still got Bill.
I'm guessing the web designer was the first person that didn't get paid.
Yeah. Bill's going to be minted now. He's set for life.
Who is this Bill?
He's just going to be getting sent free mods left, right, and centre. Just pocketing them. Next one, I just wanted to say a very quick vape anniversary, happy vape anniversary to Prof from UK Vapors Forum. He's an admin on there. If you've been to any convention ever in the UK, you will have seen him there. 8 years vaping this week.
Look how long it's done to Mark. How long have you been vaping, Mark?
A couple of years.
6.
No, go on.
No, I've only been vaping coming up for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a while, that though, isn't it?
Wow, you're quite a big thing once.
Yeah.
You could probably try and pack it in.
Yeah. I should. It's about time. That might actually get my sub count back up if I
threaten to retire again.
Fire again, yeah. That usually works, that one, funnily enough.
Do you ever think, Mark, after all these years of vaping, that you can't ever give up because you're so invested into your equipment and everything like that it keeps you vaping?
I don't know. I could probably stop vaping tomorrow and just sell all the gear off and be fine. But it's not so much the gear; it's the people. Now, it's the social aspect that's the thing.
But it keeps you vaping, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and plus it's a job that pays my mortgage. So
yeah, I think it's fair to say you're pretty tied in. But happy vape anniversary to Prof.
Yay.
That's pretty good.
Good on you, Prof.
And then this is actually Mark's news, but I will introduce it. The Aspire Nautilus 2. We don't have one. So what on earth is it like?
Yeah.
Did you not get it?
I don't really fuck with Aspire.
No, we kind of we just did the clickbait thing last week.
Yeah, but Rick got which show was it? Click Rick, where you got the free Aspire stuff and I didn't.
That was Expo, the first Expo.
Expo, yeah.
Only because I'm matey with Stuart from Wicklicker, and he took me over to and he helped design it, didn't he, Stuart?
Yeah, that really took the wind out of my sails that day.
What, me having the first Cleto rebuildable deck in the UK?
I've got a Nautilus X. I'm so vape famous.
Yeah, you've got one of these on. You've got one of these on the way, haven't you, Mark?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for mine.
Shut up. Let me at least bask in that glory just for a couple of seconds before.
I was going to say at least I'll do a proper review, but that would be a lie.
Tell you, this 2-minute format, that's where it's at, mate.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
So what's it like then, Mark? You've had it a little while now. I mean, it's exactly same coils, isn't it?
Yes. For those of you that are interested, I do have a vape review channel, and I have reviewed this already. But it looks like a baby's bottle, and it also vapes like the old Nautilus.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the review.
Why not just get the original?
Mainly because of the tank protector. That would be my. I think that's the main. Well, you've got the top fill. That's the big thing. You know, you can just. But even that might be a negative to some people, because with the old Nautilus, you could change the coil whilst leaving the juice in the tank, but you cannot with this one. It's a clever marketing ploy on their part. But if you have an original Nautilus with one of the cages, the tank protectors on it, I wouldn't bother buying the Nautilus 2. Simple as that.
That's a bit of a shame, but I mean, I'm gonna just go back and touch on something I put in the notes, the thing that I kind of skipped over, which is, do you think things are actually slowing down at the moment in terms of vaping as a whole? Because it's not got that same kind of ferocity pushing forward. It just seems to be a lot more of the same, and it's.
I think there's perhaps a lack of innovation right now.
No, plus, yes, I agree with you to a point, but all you guys will probably know that, but this happens every year. We all say the same. The people that have been in vaping for X amount of years say the same thing every year. There's a lack of innovation. Nothing's happening. It's the same stuff as last year. People, we say the same thing every year, but we're still here talking about it.
Well, I think innovation played a big part 4 years ago, because vaping devices and ATIs were crap. Now they're brilliant. Now they're good. What more can be done to make vaping better? I mean, I think it's about it's plateauing, because it's about as good as it can be, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't seem to have their finger on the pulse as much, though. Why haven't why haven't the likes of Inikin done a squonker? Like anyone that's in the UK, in the scene, sees how popular squonking is right now, and it's almost like China haven't noticed.
I don't think the scene is as big or as visible as.
Yeah, I would dispute that as well entirely. Sorry, Richard.
What?
Yeah, I think
what aspect of it?
Squonking really isn't.
Is that because of the accessibility? Is that because someone like Inikin hasn't done it?
Well, you had the people.
Tech have and stuff, haven't they? You know, they've touched on it, and E-Leaf. So I think the people who are squonking, these mechanical squonkers, are generally all hobbyists, and that's a very small section of the vaping market, isn't it?
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we actually. Once again, I can only speak for the shops that I only look after a really small company. But I mean, they asked me about squonkers, so we got the Squeeze and the Pico, which every single squonking group, every single award said it was the best squonking device of last year. So we got them into all the shops, never sold, couldn't sell them, couldn't give them away. It's just people, your general public, just weren't interested in them. They would rather go and pick up an IO or something like that instead.
But would you have the same success with a dripper?
Probably still plenty of drippers, right enough.
So it's fundamentally people just didn't buy into it. The typical vapors just didn't buy into it.
And this is the thing. I mean, the thing is, like Rick says, the whole hobbyist thing, and I think it's, and I hear a lot of reviewers talking about it and make out like they actually know what's going on in the buying world. What happens on the street in the vape shop is so far removed from here, like where we are now, what we're talking about. We're all hobbyists, and we've got fuck all to do with what's going on in the general public. They haven't got much of an interest in what we're talking about at all. Well, from what I see, certainly. But then
I think it's quite easy to lose sight that we're in our little bubble of, our social networking and our groups that we've got going on here, that we think this is the vaping world, but it really, really isn't. It's a tiny minority of the vaping world, isn't it?
Yeah. That
we're in.
Yeah. But it's still droves and droves of stuff coming out all the time. E-Leaf have got some new stuff coming out. Vape Geek have just brought out a new RDA. Watofo constantly.
I mean, it's the new manufacturers as well. I think it used to be a time when you'd go into a shop and it would be Nautilus and the Aero Tank and stuff like that. And and it'd be fairly fixed on those. Whereas now there must be 60, 70 different manufacturers. It's, Envy have just started doing all of their stuff. There's your iJoys of the world. There's so many manufacturers now, and I'm going to hazard a guess that a few of these are actually the same company, that they're just working on, the various wings of different companies. But there's so much out there, and Mark will probably tell us. You'll probably tell us more of this, but I've never had any kind of knowledge as to what goes on with pre-built heads of coils that you buy in a shop. 2 years ago, it must have been wildly different than it is now, when you've got, there must be 1,000,001 different kind of coil heads that you're dealing with on a daily basis, or potentially being asked by, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I started with the company I'm with. I mean, we used to have like 4 boxes with just 4 different types of coils. That's all it was. Now we've got like 2 or 3 shelves just stacked with coils. It's just crazy, just absolutely crazy. But
what happens to them all, though? What happens to them all when the next tank rolls on?
Well, that's the thing, and that's what I like about Inikin with the iSub. They develop a coil and they stick with it.
Yeah.
Which is great. Remember, we got the TFV4 in, and I think the guys bought a shitload of coils, all the different types of coils and whatnot. And then the TFV8 got released, and people just stopped buying the TFV4. Yeah. That was it. It's changed.
Yeah. No, bad companies. Anyway, what's next?
Is it Troll of the Week, or where we at? Who's news?
We're on Troll of the Week, I think. Is it Troll of the Week?
Troll of the Week.
Mark, sing it, Mark. Mark, sing it.
Troll of the Week.
I'm putting that up as a clip on YouTube.
It worked better because you were holding the vodka as well.
So you're my Jenny boy. Yeah.
No, we're going to have
this is a cool.
No, we're going to use that for the intro now. That's it. When we do Troll of the Week, we'll just have Mark going, Troll of the Week.
Yeah. If anyone's clever out there and wants to take that sample and make a little track for it, we'll play in the background of Troll of the Week.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, go on then. Let's have a Troll of the Week.
Back to the traditional. I've actually picked some comments off my own channel.
This one I particularly like, so let's share it, shall we?
Throw it up then, Rick. Just a normal day. Could have gone to any video I've ever made, and
you didn't like it. You didn't click like.
Oh yeah, sorry. There wasn't that new love option either for some reason. Oh. Tony Price said, "Fucking shit
reviewer."
And I just replied, "Hey Tony, if you get a chance, please reply with the things I can do to improve." He hasn't he hasn't had chance to reply as of yet, but
he's probably still typing right now.
yeah, he might.
It'd take a while to
Just
get the list down.
send me an attachment to a Word document. But, thanks for watching, Tony.
Yeah, cheers, Tony Price.
I'm a big fan of his as a viewer. So
Yeah.
Feel free to comment on the Ideal Ohm Show and on Mark's videos as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he likes those. But yeah, so that was that one. That was pretty standard.
Okay.
Next.
I feel bad for you now, Richard.
Don't worry. This one's a bit mad. So the dude here, VBDKV, he was watching my Nightcore new i2 charger, which was sent to me by Nightcore because they specifically wanted to get the message out there that there are clones and how to check that yours is authentic. And he noticed in the up close section that there's actually a typo on the word input. And so he's jumped to the conclusion that mine was a clone, but I can assure him it wasn't. Yeah, that's what you just can't. What can you do with? What can you do?
I mean, people now are going to be looking at the Nightcore charges, going, "Fucking hell, mine says an O. Mine must be a clone."
If it says input, you've got a fake.
Yeah,
output. Yeah, if it says input or output, then it's a fake. If it says output,
it's not the sort. You don't think that's like the Finnish or the Swedish translation to input?
It's Iceland.
Iceland.
I don't know why I didn't notice it myself, but yeah. But there's easier ways to check if it's a fake. Just go on the website and put in the code and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I promise it was real. It was a real. It was sent directly from Nightcore. Even the Salotape said Nightcore.
There we go.
Yeah. So that was that one.
Next up.
Next, this one was from use code Keem. This dude looks like Toby Turner, that rape dude.
God.
And it genuinely made me laugh, so I just put lol perfect. From what I understand, because I'll be honest, I wasn't massively familiar with Toby the rape dude. From what I understand, he's a YouTuber that did some quite edgy videos that looked like he was committing certain crimes on camera, and it all got carried away and blown out of proportion and misinterpreted and stuff.
Right.
But I suppose I look a bit like him, equally dishevelled. We both do rapes.
Well, you got to have another hobby. You can't just have vaping as a hobby, can you? You got to have something else to do in your spare time.
No, hold on a minute. You can have raping R1CK.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
Nice.
raping B1CK. There you go.
There you go, raping Rick.
Oh, R1CK, yeah.
That's probably quite good for the old sub count.
Yeah.
You're getting a bit of national press.
Raping and vaping, that could be a new show.
Jesus.
But that's just a day in the life of my comment section.
Yeah. Oh, where are we going? Oh,
we don't suggest people go out there and commit rape while vaping.
Yeah, don't rape. We're not condoning rape. It's not nice to the lady that you do it to.
Or the man.
No.
Or the man. No. Yeah.
No. Yeah. To be clear, we're not pro rape.
No, we're not. We don't do it ourselves. Don't condone it.
Look at Mark's face. Like, kill me now.
No.
My mother warned me about shows like this.
No. Anyway.
Is it mod showcase time?
Please.
Is it that time again?
Yeah.
Is it mod showcase of the week time?
It is. Get ready.
That's
Mark,
the being
Mark,
song.
Oh, look, now it is. There we go. Now it's mod showcase of the week time.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a couple of mods to show you this week. Oh, yes, we have. One of them, it's got a really good name. That's not the reason I'm going to share the pictures. Although, I'm knocking everything over here. But I've got a mod that came on Mod Showcase this week by a guy called Eves Backstoner. And he made this little beauty. Let me share it.
Sorry, Eve.
Now, what do you think? Now, Eve's Backstoner made this, and
Oh,
I
that's
don't know. It's different. It's different. I don't think it's a comfortable mod, but what do you reckon?
it's really good.
What's it made of? What's the
I haven't
yellow?
got a clue. It don't look very comfortable, but it's unique, isn't it?
It's great.
Isn't it? It's good. You know, that's Eve's Backstoner's mod.
Yeah.
You laughing.
Beautiful.
I can't see. Who's that? Mark? He's cracking up. Look, he's lost it. He's lost it. No, I think this is different. I mean, look, he's done some stuff with the 510 there to make it textured as well. He's really gone all out on making this as uncomfortable as he could in a stylish way.
No, I really like that. I think that's
It's
really
different, isn't it? Yeah,
I like the 510 and the recess and the 510 and stuff like that. It's really good.
yeah. I thought that was really quite different, and I like different. You know, that's good work. Yeah,
fun fire, isn't it? So
yeah, and that's Eve's Backstoner. Good work, mate.
We're really sorry for giggling, Eve. We're really sorry. Mark sends his apologies.
Yeah. Well, I think I like to see different things, and that is not comfortable, but it's a nice. It's different.
yeah, very unique.
Next up, we've got one from a good friend of the show. We all know him. We all love him. We all love him. It's Mike Dacus,
Yay!
7 1/3, and he's made this. And come on.
I'm going to go. Wait a minute. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and I'm going to check to see whether his age is the same through all the previous videos.
It's getting slightly older each time.
But look at this. Look at this. Mike Dacus.
He was selling that as well, wasn't he?
I don't know, but it's.
I think Mike was selling it. I think he was selling it on Abstract Mods, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it may have been pre-ordered.
But look at it, though. It's fantastic. It's so nice.
And I think John's was the first, but he's actually moved the firing button, hasn't he?
He's got it on the side there now, yeah.
It's perfect, isn't it?
And it looks like he's trimmed it down a bit and got that block a bit thinner, so it's not as big as John's, possibly.
Well, apparently he says that 24mm Atties can go on it.
But look,
it was £310 plus postage.
That's pretty good, actually.
It's a lovely block. It's a lovely. The proportions are good. I think that's fantastic, Mike. Really, really nice. Very impressed with that.
Bamboo looks really nice, doesn't it? In a mod.
Is that his Facebook then? The Abstract page.
Abstract Mods. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Everyone should go on there just so they can get these pictures when they come in.
Yeah.
And
Because
yeah, I'm
it's
just
cracking
super
page.
impressed with that. I think that's fantastic. I know
Yeah, it is.
it's something about, isn't there? There's something about that bamboo. It gives these little stars in the grain, and it's just a really good stabilized material, I think.
Yeah, and the tiles in his kitchen are really nice as well. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's got nice tiles and everything.
I like the face on the front. It looks like he's got a Mohican.
Yeah,
What
it's
tea
like
bags
the
are
old
those?
Damo face, isn't it? A bit
Are those pyramid bags?
in there.
There's-
I don't know. Do they still make pyramid bags?
Oh, no, Cyberman. It looks like a Cyberman.
It
Yeah,
does.
it looks like the Vamo Man, doesn't it? The Vamo Man was like that.
Bit Iron Manish.
Yeah.
No,
No,
Mark's talking about the old. Mark's talking about the old Cyberman from back in 1976 or something like that, aren't you?
Oh, the old cyber. Yeah, I know what you mean. But no, yeah, that is really, really quite special, Mike. So yeah, good work, mate. Keep that up.
Yeah. Stunning.
And Mike, please feel free to put a link to your group in the.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Please, mate. Please do.
shove it on our group and try and get some sales because you're worth it. We love you. We love your vinyls. We all love your vinyls. We all love your mods.
Yeah, and we keep telling you.
We all love you, Mike.
And they're actually available mods as well. You know, quite regular. You know, he's doing 1 or 2 a month. They come up, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're not, you know, it's not a
I'm
list
sure
thing or anything like that.
He's still small enough that you can approach him and say, I want you to make me a mod, and he would put you in a reasonable size queue and make one for you.
Yeah.
So,
Well put.
well, he's not trying to churn out 50 mods a week. He does a couple here and there, doesn't he? You know.
Yeah. So anyway, what's your last one? You got another one, haven't you?
No, I haven't. That's it.
Is that it? Are we done? Is it?
That's it. That is it. My showcase of the week. If you want to see more, go on to that. That's the blue website called www.facebook.com.
Yeah.
And do a search for mod showcases, and you may find lots of little surprises on a nice little group.
But I'd just like to say I didn't get to the topic at the end, but we're late on time anyway. But Mark, thank you very much for coming along as always, mate.
Yeah, cheers, Mark.
Thank you. Yeah, always good to see him up. Nice one.
It was a pleasure getting drunk whilst I was here. Thank you.
Yeah, and making me cry as well.
I'm really sorry to.
You laughing at Eve's Backstoner. I didn't make the name up. This is his name. Mark. Eve's Backstoner.
Yeah. Damn it, you're broken, Mark.
Yeah.
You broke me. My head actually hurts from laughing. It's just...
I could hear you giggling while I was doing that. And, no, he did do a good mod. I liked it. It was different.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been the Ideal Ohm Show. You can tell we're missing John.
Yeah, back next week. Unless he's off to quick save next week. I don't know.
Yay!
I'm sure he's full up with prawns and Dr. Oatly pizzas by now.
It's strange. Nobody talked about religion or their father-in-law at all tonight.
We haven't had a stepfather talk, have we?
No. A racist joke crowbarred in for.
No, we haven't had any of that. I don't really have any good racist ones to go. I could tell you a quick one. We got my stepmother. She's a lovely lady. She's great, but you know they're not really politically correct, the olds, are they? When they get to 80 years old. Well, she lives in this terrace, and she had these Indian people living next to her, and she's never eaten curry, Anne. And I went round there one day, and she said to me, "Oh, it stinks in here. Oh, they've been brewing up their voodoo next door." And that's why I call voodoo brew, because of her, because it's just so funny. But she didn't even call them Indian. She thought they were Zulus. She's a lovely lady, means nothing by it. It's just one of those, some old people are just, they're not very politically correct at all.
The thing is, I don't have any tales like that. The only tale that I've got is my mum once went out shopping for a fridge, and she took the checkbook and told my dad she was going to go out and buy a fridge, and she came back with a parrot.
Okay.
An actual parrot. She said she walked past a pet shop, saw a parrot, and spent all of the money that she was going to spend on a fridge on a parrot.
Oh.
How did you keep your food cold?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Out in the brick shit house, out the back.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Me and Mark are old. We remember outside toilets.
Can I just go in there? This is just
yeah. We're going. Thank you ever so much for coming on, Mark, and bailing us out again. And
thank you for having me. And I'm sure that the other three people you asked first just didn't realise what they were missing out on.
Well, we asked Scott. We did ask Scott.
He's too busy chasing gypsies out of his back garden.
Oh, Matt Colley.
Anyway, this has been the Ideal Ohm Show. Thank you ever so much for watching, and we will catch you next week if you are not too bored.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
John will be